Spiritual reading for August 28th, 2025. The energy for August 28th is about balance. You may feel pulled in different directions, but God and Santa Muerte call you to find the middle path. Instead of overworking or avoiding responsibilities, aim for harmony. Balance between giving and receiving, between action and rest, will bring peace today. The Virgo sun reminds you to stay grounded and pay attention to the details. Focus on what truly matters and cut away distractions. Small, steady steps will lead to big results. With the moon in Libra, emotions lead towards relationships and harmony. You may feel a need for fairness, beauty, or connection with others. It's a good day to listen, forgive, and find common ground. Venus's touch brings peace and attraction today. The words and actions can draw blessings or tension depending on how you use them. That threw me off. Spiritual reading for August 28th, 2025. The energy for August 28th is about balance. You may feel pulled in different directions, but God and Santísima Muerte call you to find the middle path. Instead of overworking or avoiding responsibilities, aim for harmony. Balance between giving and receiving, between action and rest, will bring peace today. The Virgo sun reminds you to stay grounded and pay attention to the details. Focus on what truly matters and cut away distractions. Small, steady steps will lead to big results. With the moon in Libra, emotions lean toward relationships and harmony. You may feel a need for fairness, beauty, or connection with others. It's a good day to listen, forgive, and find common ground. Venus brings love, peace, and attraction. Today, your words and actions can draw blessings or tension, depending on how you use them. Move with kindness and grace, and you will see harmony flow around you. God teaches that balance is a divine law, for nothing in creation survives in extremes. Santa Muerte reminds us that even life and death are in balance. Neither can exist without the other. When you feel pulled apart, return to center through prayer, stillness, and trust. Tarot card of the day is justice. This card shows the truth and fairness are at play. Decisions may need to be made with honesty. If your heart is aligned with what is right, blessings will flow. Affirmation of the day. I walk in balance, guided by God and protected by Santa Muerte. Harmony fills my life. All right, I'm doing the readings for tomorrow because right now in a little bit I'm gonna take off to go pick up my kids. So I'm gonna do that really quick. And then that way I don't gotta come back and be stressed out about this, okay? So I'm gonna do this really quick, then I'll do a lecture for the day. Lectura espiritual para el 28 de agosto de 2025. La energía del 28 de agosto se trata de equilibrio. Puede que sientas que te jalen en diferentes direcciones, pero Dios y la Santísima Muerte te llaman a encontrar el camino del medio. En lugar de trabajar de más o evitar tus responsabilidades, busca la armonía, el balance entre dar y recibir, entre la acción y el descanso. Traerá paz en este día. El sol en Virgo te recuerda mantenerte con los pies en la tierra y poner atención a los detalles. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa y corta las distracciones. Pasos pequeños y constantes te llevarán a grandes resultados. Con la luna en Libra, las emociones se inclinan hacia las relaciones y la armonía. Puedes sentir la necesidad de justicia, belleza o conexión con los demás. Es un buen día para escuchar, perdonar y encontrar un punto en común. El toque de Venus trae amor, paz y atracción hoy. Tus palabras y acciones pueden atraer bendiciones o tensiones dependiendo de cómo las uses. Muévete con amabilidad y gracia y verás cómo fluye la armonía a tu alrededor. Dios nos enseña que el equilibrio es una ley divina, porque nada en la creación sobrevive en los extremos. La Santa Muerte nos recuerda que incluso la vida y la muerte están en balance. Ninguna puede existir sin la otra. Cuando sientas que te desgarras por dentro. Regresa a tu centro con oración, silencio y confianza. Carta del tarot del día, la justicia. Esta carta muestra que la verdad y la justicia están presentes. Puedes que tengas que tomar decisiones con honestidad. Si tu corazón está alineado con lo correcto, las bendiciones seguirán. Afirmación del día. Camino en equilibrio, guiado por Dios y protegido por la Santísima Muerte. La armonía llena mi vida. All right, let me do the prayers for tomorrow. Again, I'm doing this because today I go pick up my kids for lunch, and I have them till like about 6, takes me about 2 hours to get home. So I want to knock this out early so I can not get home all stressed out to do my things, you know what I mean? So let me do the prayers next, all right? Here we go. God Almighty, help me walk in balance today and keep my spirit steady in all that I do. Santísima Muerte, protect me and guide me toward harmony, justice, and peace. Amen. All right, let's do the Spanish one. The volantín, ting, ting. Dios Todopoderoso, ayúdame a caminar en equilibrio hoy y mantén mi espíritu firme en todo lo que haga. Santísima Muerte, protégeme y guíame hacia la armonía, la justicia y la paz. Amén. All right, 2 more to go. Here we go. Birthday reading for those born August 28th. This year invites you to balance work and adventure. The Virgo sun helps you stay steady, focused, and detail-oriented, while the Sagittarius moon pushes you to seek truth, wisdom, and freedom. You will grow most when you stay disciplined, but also allow yourself to explore new paths. It's a year for learning, teaching, and sharing your ideas. Travel, studies, or spiritual searching may play an important role. Sun in Virgo gives focus and patience. Moon in Sagittarius brings optimism and curiosity. Mercury in Virgo sharpens communication. Venus in Libra helps bring harmony in love. Mars in Gemini adds restless energy and quick action. Jupiter in Gemini opens doors through learning and new people. Tarot card of the year is Temperance. This card shows balance and harmony. This year is about mixing the practical with the adventurous. Don't swing too far in one direction. Combine both discipline and freedom to create peace and success. Days of good energy. September 20th, 2025, a fresh door opens. December 7th, 2025, strong support from others. February 1st, 2026, love and friendship feel strong. April 11th, 2026, a new idea brings progress. July 25th, 2026, a joyful gathering or personal victory. Days of bad energy. October 16th, 2025, misunderstandings could rise. Speak carefully. January 12th, 2026, avoid overpromising or taking on too much. March 5th, 2026, low energy, slow down and rest. May 22nd, 2026, stay away from unnecessary arguments. June 18th, 2026, tensions in work or family matters may appear. This year is about balance, wisdom, and combining steady work with freedom to grow. Oh, thank you, Key. Thank you so much. Your altar is amazing. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that compliment. All right, let me do the last one. Here we go. Here we go. Lectura de cumpleaños para los nacidos el 28 de agosto. Este año te invita a balancear el trabajo y la aventura. El sol en Virgo te ayuda a mantenerte firme y enfocado y detallista, mientras que la luna en Sagitario te empuja a buscar verdad, sabiduría y libertad. Crecerás más cuando mantengas disciplina, pero también te permite explorar nuevos caminos. Es un año para aprender, enseñar y compartir tus ideas. Los viajes, los estudios o la búsqueda espiritual pueden tener un papel importante. El sol en Virgo da enfoque y paciencia. La luna en Sagitario trae optimismo y curiosidad. Mercurio en Virgo afila la comunicación. Venus en Libra ayuda a traer armonía en el amor. Marte en Géminis añade energía inquieta y acción rápida. Júpiter en Géminis abre puertas a través del aprendizaje y de nuevas personas. La carta del tarot del año es la templanza. Esta carta muestra balance y armonía. Este año se trata de mezclar lo práctico con lo aventurero. No te vayas demasiado a un extremo. Combina disciplina y libertad para crear paz y éxito. Días de buena energía. 20 de septiembre de 2025. Se abre una nueva puerta. 7 de diciembre de 2025. Fuerte apoyo de otros. 1 de febrero de 2026. El amor y la amistad se sienten fuertes. 11 de abril de 2026. Una nueva idea trae progreso. 25 de julio de 2026. Una reunión alegre o una victoria personal. Días de mala energía. 16 de octubre de 2025. Pueden surgir malentendidos. Habla con cuidado. 12 de enero de 2026. Evita prometer de más o cargar con demasiado. 5 de marzo de 2026. Energía baja. Tómalo con calma y descansa. 22 de mayo de 2026. Aléjate de discusiones innecesarias. 18 de junio de 2026. Puede aparecer tensión en el trabajo o en asuntos familiares. Este año se trata de balance, sabiduría y de combinar el trabajo constante con la libertad para crecer. And that's it. Tan tan. All right. Tan tan. I guess you thought that was funny. Good. At least one of you did. So today I go pick up my son and my daughter. My son gets out of school early today. I'm gonna make a quick reference to what happened today in the morning in Minneapolis. There was a school shooting. Two lives were lost. I don't care about the shooter. Fuck him or her, whatever it is. But again, my heart goes out to the family. May the other victims recuperate quickly, and may those two souls be welcomed into paradise with open arms by our Lord and Savior, God. And may that shooter find perpetual pain and agony in the pits of hell. May that be so. Amen. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into the politics of it, but again, it's just it's horrible when people take to the schoolyards to prove a point. It's one of the most cowardly gestures a person could do. I'm doing good, Giffy Lokes. When a person attacks a schoolyard, it's the most cowardly thing possible to attack helpless children. That is the lowest of the low. That is unforgivable. That is something that you know, probably reserved not even for animals. So for those people that contemplate attacking children, I hope you meet your demise before you ever get a chance. Anyways, today we're gonna get into a few lectures or a few lessons. You're gonna move, right, Carmen? Sometimes we gotta release things for things that come our way. Anyways, we're gonna get into some lessons real quick. Good, Giffy Lokes. I had a whole thing planned out to talk about today, because I did, and I have it all like I'm starting to do things to where I sort of planned it out what I'm gonna speak about. But that school shooting fucks me up. You know what I mean? Like, I want to talk about what I have written down here, but then like it goes without saying that, that kind of loss of life is ridiculous. How people attack children is despicable, disgusting, and it's the most cowardly act possible. There's no words to express um, how sorry I feel for the families that lost their children today. Um, it's we drop off our kids at school, hoping or knowing that they're gonna be safe and looked after, and then a human piece of excrement shows up and commits these vile acts of violence versus our kids. Um, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's There's no room for it, and I always feel somehow it's backed by people that want to undermine our freedoms. Again, like I'm not gonna get into politics, but I always feel that this is always comes at a time when certain people feel certain ways about certain politicians. Like they always have a agenda behind it, and I hate it. I hate that they use children to further their fucking agendas. If someone messes around with a child of Santa Muerte, they can face the sight. They if we ask for protection and justice, other people will get what they deserve. So again, I don't want to get into the politics of shit, but I feel very sad with these kind of actions happen to our kids. There's no room for that kind of violence against children. Again, I wish people had more fucking courage and more balls, you know, and if you got big huevos, good morning, Dre Dog. Go attack a fucking Marine base. Go attack a police station. Let's see how that goes for you. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere where they have a chance. Attacking children is cowardly and only a fucking walking sack of excrement, human garbage, human fucking pieces of shit would do something like that. So again, I have a whole thing that I was gonna talk about, but that really fucks me up because it pisses me off, and it makes me worry for kids. Like I think there should be parents that stand guard at schools, that are strapped up to protect our kids from these fucking lunatics. Good morning, Francisca Morales. I mean, I think I think parents should be allowed to patrol schoolyards strapped up to protect their kids nowadays. I feel that we have a right to protect our children from pieces of shit like this, and or at least I know it sounds ridiculous, but having someone on premises, an armed security guard, it's come to this. I think it's come to this. It's regrettable that it has come to this. But I mean, like, whenever someone wants to, further their political agenda, the first thing they do is go shoot up a school or some shit. I think it sucks that these cowards do that shit. And again, parents should be allowed to stand guard at their children's schools, strapped up, or they should have armed security guards at this point, and at schools, just for safety reasons. Just the same way you have, fire alarms and extinguishers, and you have, safety, precautions and measures. At this point, I think it's crucial that we safeguard and protect our kids. Like if they gave me a fucking gun permit, I would stand guard at my kid's school. I would just post up. I would just post up. Because if someone tries to come and hurt any child, not just my children, but any child, I will do my best to fucking take them down before they can cause any harm to children. And again, it's ridiculous. It's sad. It's it's very very disgusting that these fucking pieces of shit would commit such atrocities towards children. And again, if y'all know me, you know my stance on hurting children. Anyone that hurts a child does not deserve to fucking live. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal fucking, like, that's me. It doesn't reflect anything to do with my spirituality. Although my Santa Muerte is about justice, and I think she stands with me in this in this feeling. So again, may anyone considering to hurt innocent children, may they be struck down before they get the chance to. May they meet their maker before they get such a fucking before they get the chance. And again, if there's political people behind this, may they rot in hell and may they be exposed for their wrongdoings and for their fucking atrocities and manipulation. All right, look, I had a whole thing I was gonna go through. I have to leave in about an hour to go get my kids. Thank you for agreeing with me, Rachel Valencia. I'm gonna just give you some highlights of what I was gonna talk about today. It's it fucks me up. Like, I don't feel well still. I'm still a little bit under the weather. So I've been a little bit cloudy, and I haven't, like, yesterday I came on the live and I did a whole thing. I got off, I did some phone calls and shit, and I relaxed. And I shouldn't relax so much because I need to make fucking money. But I took a moment, a day, to just chill, decompress, and just to try to, get in the groove of thing and sort of revitalize my energy. And I was feeling a little bit better, and then I open my phone and I see that shit, and it fucks me up. It's horrible. Like, I really believe that if you do shit like this, you deserve nothing but an eternity of damnation, and I don't know, just, you deserve nothing but the worst when you hurt kids. And I stand by that. I stand by that. I don't care what anybody says. You got people that fucking, people like that, they're sick. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. People like that are sick. Nah, no, fuck them. I don't believe in that shit. Even if they're a little bit off mentally, they know fucking better. So I don't, I can't say that I fucking, thank you. I know Jesus loves me. Thank you for that. I know he does. Anyways, I don't want to get off the subject, but I'm gonna continue with what I was gonna do today. Because I think for the longest time, as a people, we try to run away from our spirituality and our connections to the divine. For years now, people that are spiritual or have deep connections to divinity have been mocked. People have been mocked, or people are afraid to come out and share their spirituality because, in a day and age where science and technology rule, a lot of people hide their spiritual, let's say, essence because, what people might say. On top of that, all the distractions, all the tech, all the stuff that is bombarding us, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, is meant to keep you numb. It's meant to keep you numb and unattached. I think right now we're living in an age where humanity, is the stupidest it's ever been, and I apologize for saying this. You don't gotta retain no information. You don't gotta do anything to learn. All you do is Google something and your answer's there, and you believe anything that comes up. There's no fact checking, there's no real substance behind it. So right now, currently, we're dumbifying the youth of our nation and this world with this shit. And sometimes we should learn to silence the outer chatterboxes. You know I shouldn't say this because I'm on it, but social media platforms, TV, stuff like that, it just ruins it ruins us, because all the misinformation that comes through here, people take it as fact. If it aligns with how you feel, whatever people spew on these social media platforms or these blogs, people take as gospel. And it's not gospel. A lot of the things that are spoken on social media and blogs and I guess any kind of social media outlet, it's personal opinion. It's not fact, because it ain't. So we gotta learn to detach from what is, fake. We don't understand that not everything we see is real. If you go to Wikipedia, you can change anything. Anyone can go and fucking edit Wikipedia with fucking dumb facts. So right now we're living in an era where knowledge is leaving us. Truth has been under attack for a long time. Truth has been the number one thing they have attacked for a long time. And they try to take truth out of the equation. They try to take God out of the equation. They try to take family values out of the equation. They were trying to attack human society as a whole. When you take out God, when you take out truth and family values out of the equation, what are you left with? What are you left with? So you must learn truth from falsehood. Go to real sources like your parents, like a fucking book, I don't know, like people have gone away from facts and embrace lies. And it's harmful to society and humanity. So we got to learn to avoid falsehoods that will take us away from our divinity, our divine nature, our intuition, our divine light. We must learn to discern what is real and fake, what is divine and what is not divine. We have choices to make. Every day of our lives, we wake up and we choose to walk down certain paths, certain roads, certain actions. But sometimes we are so misinformed. And again, I'm going to always refer back to your core, your intuition, that divine voice that speaks to you on a daily fucking basis, and you motherfuckers ignore it. I can't tell you how many people I talk to where I tell them about their intuition. They're like, yeah, I went against it. And you wonder why your shit's fucked up. You wonder why things don't go your way. You wonder why you keep going into the same fucking pile of fucking shit over and over. Because you don't listen to your intuition. That divine voice that is within you. That divine voice that tells you right from wrong. Fact from fiction. Divine from unholy. When we decide to go against that intuition that we have, and we falter, and we fall, we fucking have no one to blame but ourselves. But a lot of us want to blame the world for our misfortunes and our shortcomings. Stand on your business. If you make a decision to go against your better intuition, your better judgment, that inner voice that says to you, then you got no one to blame but yourself. And it doesn't matter about your upbringing. A lot of people will say, well, I come from a poverty-stricken area. I didn't have my parents around when I was a kid. I didn't have that kind of love that people have. Look, I get it. Some of us don't have a good home or good parenting. I get it. But despite that, we know right from wrong because it is etched into our soul. It is etched into our being. It is etched into who we are. And when we defy that intuition within us and things go wrong for you, you have no one to blame but yourself. And I get it. Some people have a million excuses. I was hugged too much. I wasn't hugged enough. Hi, Sushi Gang Gang. I didn't get no presents. I got a lot of presents. Pretty much, the excuses are endless. We must decipher what is right and wrong from within. No matter what our upbringing has been, no matter what condition we were raised in, we all know right from wrong. We all do. Now, some of us have messed up conditions, and I get it. You know, when I was a kid, my parents worked a lot. I was a latchkey kid. You know, I got home to an empty house. You know, would turn on the fucking, like, look for something to eat. Sometimes there was food at the table. Sometimes I made me a sandwich. Sometimes, you know, whatever. But the truth is, we all know right from wrong. Our intuition tells us what is right and wrong. And again, we can make 1,000 excuses about how our upbringing was horrible, how our parents were not good, how this and that. We all know right from wrong because, again, that divine voice within us always tries to lead us down the right path. And we choose, listen to me, we choose to do the wrong things often. And when shit goes sideways, that's when we're like, woe is me. God, why have you forsaken me? Santa Muerte, why didn't you protect me? Motherfucker, you knew exactly what you were doing. And again, I've done a lot of foul shit in my life as a kid. And whenever I got caught, I faced the consequences because I knew I was doing something wrong. I knew I was. I didn't make excuses to why, you know, I was a street pharmacist or why I was part of a club that wanted to kill another club. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was doing. I knew it was wrong. I knew it. And I had excuses back then. Because I did. You know, my mom and dad were at work. You know, I had to do for myself. Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-whoop. And again, I'm good, Cali girl. At the end of the day, they're excuses. Because when I did something wrong, I knew I was doing something wrong. It didn't matter if I was told that was wrong. It doesn't matter. If you're told that's wrong and you do it, you know you're being a fucking dick. But when someone is not watching you and you're doing something wrong and no one says it's wrong to do that and you do it, you know it's fucking wrong. No one has to tell you what's right or wrong. We fucking know. We are the only creature probably on this fucking planet that understands right from wrong without being disciplined or told. So when we choose to go against our intuition and we silence that voice, we got no one to blame, no excuses. Because we don't. Follow your inner voice. There's a pressure cooker right now and you're in it. The pressure's on. The world tries to fucking convince you of these unholy truths. Again, a lot of social media platforms, the political agenda is to take away truth, take away family values, and take away God. To those people that try to take truth away, family values away, and God away from us, they're trying to fuck you up so you can be immoral. They're trying to take away your morality one strip at a time. And I'm not trying to get into political shit because I know people be like, blah, 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 whatever. It's not about, look, fuck politics. Right now, I'll say it, fuck politics right now. If anyone tries to take God away from you, family values, and truth, they stand against you. They stand against your divine fucking self. I don't give a fuck what side of the fence you're on. I don't give a fuck if you go for this or that. I don't care. I'm telling you, the truth is if someone tries to take away your family values, your religious beliefs, and truth away from you, they're trying to fuck you up so you can be lost and confused. There's no doubt about it. That's all it is. So anyone that tries to take away your moral compass, anyone tries to fucking take away family values, truth, and God away from your life, they're trying to make you falter and fall. So always follow that intuition. Always follow it. Because when nobody is watching you and you're doing foul shit, you know you're doing foul shit. No one gotta tell you. You know right from wrong. And again, your background, your upbringing, it doesn't fucking matter. Because we all have a story to tell. My parents worked too much. They were never home. You know, me and my brother got home to an empty house and we did whatever until my parents got home. When my dad got home, he was tired, he fell asleep. My mom wouldn't get home till fucking midnight or 1 a.m. So we had the day to do what the fuck we wanted to do. Ain't that right, Pappy? So again, we all have a story to tell. My parents were good providers, but they weren't there. And that was an excuse for us to do what the fuck we wanted to do. And we knew it was wrong. We knew it was wrong. We knew we were doing wrong shit when we did it. When no one is watching you and you do something wrong, you know it's wrong. So again, excuses are out the window. Our divine voice speaks to us. Our divinity speaks to us. And we fucking silence it. And with everything going on in this world, that we're getting bombarded by every direction with misinformation. Misinformation. Not information. Misinformation. Anyways, I get passionate about shit. My bad. Here we go. When all this shit is being thrown at us, all the negative energy, it stresses us out. We get anxiety. That's why this generation has the most anxiety, because they listen to every fucking little bullshit online. They're so stressed out. They need hugs. They need fucking teddy bears. They need fucking animals to comfort them because, they're all stressed the fuck out. Because they're getting bombarded with all this fucking bullshit. We need stability. We need stability. We need to silence all that bullshit. We need to fucking safeguard our sanity from all this nonsense. And safeguard your children from it too. I'm not perfect because I let my kid get on his fucking phone and it's easy and he gets happy when he's fucking... But there's lots of misinformation that's being fucking shouted to our kids that stresses them out. Adds more anxiety to their little levels that they're being fucking stressed out. That's why they need hugs and kisses and fucking little animals to make them feel comforted. And they need fucking, They need therapists and shit. When I was a kid, we didn't have a fucking therapist. We got the belt or the chancla. That was our therapy. We got fixed really quick. But again, we gotta be stable. We need to be stabilized. And we have to help stabilize our offspring, our children, by telling them truth. I often challenge my children with truth. Because truth cannot be fucking debunked. Truth stands firm. You can't fuck with truth. But you can poke a lot of holes into lies and misinformation. So the need for stability. There's constant mental stress being thrown at us, our kids. All this, I can right now start fucking going through TikTok or YouTube and find all this shit about world events that I don't give a fuck about. I don't mean that I don't care about the world, but there's shit I don't need to worry about. I'm not going to worry about the fucking 4.5 million militia in Venezuela. I'm not going to worry about that shit. Have you seen it? I'm not going to worry about that, but yet, oh, they got 4.5 million in a war, blah, blah, blah. These elderly people are going to get rolled on by fucking, 4,000 Marines. I'm not going to worry about that shit. And again, I'm going to say this. I cheer for the fucking home team. I cheer for the home team. Sorry if some of y'all don't like that shit. I cheer for the fucking home team. I know where I fucking stay. I know where I reside. My truth is this. This is my home. And I will always back my home. I will always back what I love and where my interests lie. And my interests lie here. My freedom of speech, my freedom of religion, it all resides right here. And I love this country. And I'm sorry to disappoint some of y'all, but I back the home team. Let's move on. Conscious creation. We can create stability if we apply it. Often we choose to follow the wrong things, choose the wrong outlets, and we create chaos around us. We can consciously create stability around us, within and around. It's up to you. You can create your stability. A lot of you prefer to get on the gossip line. The fucking cheese man. Who did what? He did this. Oh my God, that bitch did what? Oh my God. When you fucking call that kind of drama into your life, you're going to bring that kind of shit to your door. You're going to bring that shit to your fucking door. Chase drama, you're going to bring drama. Chasing cheese. El cheese, man. Next thing you know, you're the fucking cheese, man. So again, try to detach from all those negative fucking cycles. Those negative outlets. You can help people, but you shouldn't be savoring the next gossip, the next bullshit. That's why I hate all this fucking TV that does this bullshit. Toxic people. I hate it. I hate it. Hey, David, I'll call you right now when I'm on the road again right now, bro. My bad. Yesterday I got tied up and I'm still a little bit, but I'll call you up when I get on the fucking road. We must choose stability. We gotta choose. We can make a conscious choice to create stability in our lives, to create calm and not choose chaos. We can choose calm. We can choose peace. We can choose self-divine worth. But we do the opposite very fucking often. Thank you for the gifts. And I'm going to say something right now really quick. A lot of us go on to social media and we fake the funk. We are not ourselves. We put up this fucking, this fraudulent face to the world. And we lie to everyone about our blessings, our divinity, our fucking happiness, our accomplishments. We lie about our possessions. Motherfucker, you ain't got it like that. Be real, be authentic. We create so much lies on these platforms. Thank you for that, Asul. May you be blessed now forever. May Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. There's no need to fucking create falsehoods. Be you authentically who you are. Be yourself. The person you see before you, this was planned out. This is how I want to present myself to you. The reason I show up here in a slingshot, a wife beater, whatever you want to call it, a slingshot, a tank top, a muscle shirt, is because this is who I am on a daily fucking basis. I made a conscious decision to not come here and perpetrate something I'm not. I made a conscious decision to show myself at my fucking simplest self. I got suits, I got Pendletons, I can wear something nicer than this, but this is who I am at the core. I made a conscious decision to show you my bare self, who I am as a person, who I am as a man, who I am as a father, who I am as a child of God and Santa Muerte. I made a conscious decision to show up in front of you and bare myself to you the way I am. Not with any fucking, glamour or fucking high-end shit. So that's not it. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you. What you see now is what you'll see out. Once it gets cold, I'll go outside in some jeans, some Ben Davis, and a Pendleton or a fucking Ben Davis jacket because it's cold. But this is who I am at the core. I present myself to you the way I am on a daily basis. I don't come here to put on a front. I don't come here and I don't leave out here putting a front on. I made a conscious decision to show people who I am as a man, as a father, as a son, as a child of God and Santa Muerte. So be authentically you. Don't create this world of illusion. Be real with yourself. You can manifestate peace, tranquility, but don't manifest lies. Manifesting lies, no matter how you fucking chop it up, is lying. When I say I want to be abundant and I want to manifestate it, sure. But I'm not going to fake the funk and come online and be like, print out some fucking $100 bills and be like, stop lying to yourself. You can manifestate, but be authentic, be humble, be genuine, because the divine respect humility, being humble. That's what they see. I'm a simple motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Give me a taco, fucking hamburger, fried chicken, some chili fries. I'm set. With a diet soda, and I'm fucking cool as fuck. Be authentic to yourself. You don't gotta compete with the next motherfucker. You don't gotta compete with the next girl. You don't gotta compete with nobody. You are perfect in who you are and how you were made. Compete with nothing. Compete for tranquility. Compete for God's approval. Compete for Santa Muerte's protection. Whatever you're into. Don't compete against some fucking broad with fake boobs and a big old silicone butt. For what? There's a falsehood in that. They live lies. And they're not happy. Thank you for the follow. So accept yourself for who you are. Accept yourself for who you are because you're perfect. Hi, Ariel. How are you? Accept yourself for who you are. The way you were made is the way God intended you to be. The way you were made, if you're tall, you're short, you're flat-chested, big butt, that's the way you were supposed to be. And you're perfect in the way you were made. Accept yourself. When you accept yourself for who you are, who you truly are, is when you can find peace and tranquility. When you accept yourself for your flaws, your shortcomings, and again, I don't mean tear yourself down, but when you know your flaws and your strengths, and you accept yourself for who you truly are, that's when you can find true peace. And here's the thing is, when you know your flaws and your shortcomings, you can work on them. You can better yourself. And we were not meant to be perfect. We were not meant to be perfect. We are not God. We were not meant to be perfect. We were meant to be flawed, short, flat-chested, big feet, big ears, ugly nose, fucked up grill. We weren't made to be perfect. If we were meant to be perfect, God would have made us that way. We would be all clones of each other. One male, one female, all looking the same. God made us individuals. Accept who you are. Be yourself. Accept your flaws, your shortcomings, accept your fucking challenges, but also embrace your strengths where you can rise. And again, once we can accept all these things and we recognize our flaws and our shortcomings, we can improve on that. And we don't gotta be perfect. The divine doesn't want perfection. The divine doesn't need perfection. They need loyalty. They need you to be present. They need you to try to be the best person you could possibly be, compassionate when you must be, loving when you must be, understanding when you must be. It doesn't mean you're a fool and get walked all over. Bendiciones, Javier. Gracias. Don't look at a famous TikTok or an influencer and try to mimic them. Don't do that. Be you. If they got shit, fuck it. They're blessed. Let them be. But don't try to mimic an influencer. Don't do dumb shit like these people on TikTok or YouTube. You know, be you. Be you. Create your own lane. Be your own person. Be special because you are. Don't try to compare yourself to whatever the fuck's out there. Be you, authentically you. And you'll see how things start to feel better. You'll see how things might start to come together. You'll see. And I talked about this last week. I think it was a mass. Practice gratitude. Be thankful. Be thankful for the things we have. Thank you so much, Madrinita. I appreciate you. Be thankful. Practice gratitude. Because when we practice gratitude is when our blessings can be multiplied. You're welcome, Jaime Herrera. You can inbox me, Pam B, and we'll set up a time. You can inbox me, or my phone number is in all my videos. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm gonna say this again. I sometimes get busy because of my schedule, my kids. I apologize if I'm not as fast as some of you would want me to be. But I do have people like on the, waiting for me to call. And I do have things that I do like this. And I try to keep it steady. I'm trying to get better at it. I'll try to time block and shit. But like, inbox me. We'll set up a time. And we can do a reading. We can do a reading. I do video readings, phone call readings. Or if you're in the area, you can come by. It was a Catholic school. Again, I was saying, be thankful. When we are thankful is when our blessings can come in. Madrinita, I don't got prices right now. I'm gonna set prices because sometimes I get lowballed a lot. I usually just ask for donations. Whatever you think my time is worth is what I take. I don't got price lists. Like I just take whatever you want to donate. But I'm gonna change that because people have gotten really cheap. I hate to say that, but I put a lot of time and effort into this. So I'm gonna have to make a fucking price list. I don't want to, but sometimes people have offered me as little as $3 for a read, and it's like ugh. And I do it because I say any donation. Um, but I'm gonna have to set a price. I don't know what's fair. I've always tried to be a person that doesn't take advantage of people, but I feel that sometimes I get taken advantage of. So right now, as it stands, my prices are whatever you wish to donate. I'll come up with something and I'll post it. Um, yeah, I just feel bad, Ariel. Ugh, I feel bad because I know a lot of people take advantage of people when they're down, and that's not who I want to be. I got into this to help people and not take advantage and spread this. Uh, you send me a message, Asul? Where and when? My God! And again, if you don't hear from me in a few days, send me another message because sometimes people get lost in the fucking you know. All right, I'll do that question really quick. Then I'm gonna get going soon. I was doing a lecture, but I'll answer that. Valerie, does Marco have Selena living with him? Does Marcos have Selena living with him? That's a yes. That's a yes. Anyways, if you want to set up a reading, anybody just inbox me. Send me a message to my phone if you have it. My number starts with 310. Always request a video call or a video chat at least once so you can verify who I am. There's lots of people that pretend to be me, so I apologize to those people that got swindled. But again, always verify who I am when you call me. My number starts with 310. I don't use WhatsApp unless it's a video call and you don't got an Apple phone. So if you don't got an Apple phone, we'll do a WhatsApp, but it's still the same number and it's still my phone number. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna get going on this so we can get through this, and then I'm gonna get ready to go pick up my kids. Um, gratitude. Be grateful. A lot of people don't practice gratitude. A lot of people don't say thank you no more. They don't say please. There's no gratitude involved. I don't do readings on the live. It's more personal to me. Like I don't do anything on lives. I don't do no candle work, no nothing. I don't do any of that on live. There's lots of energy that could be transported through here, and I don't want anything to mess up whatever we're doing. I just gave a whole explanation about my prices, their donations, whatever you feel my time is worth. Mother, hold on. My number starts on 310. Um, it's on my videos. When I give my number on TikTok, I get banned for a week. So I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Oh no, no, it's okay, man. I'm sorry. So whatever you guys want to donate is what I accept right now. I will create a price list eventually because I get a lot of people that shortstop me and don't give me a they give me a, like no they lowball me, but yeah. Um, Hold on. Sorry, I might have to get going right now. I think the traffic's building up, and I gotta go my kids. Anyways, practice gratitude. Be humble. Say thank you. When you are humble and practice gratitude, you will get blessings thrown your way. Blessings start to open up when you're humble. And again, be you. Be authentically you. Be who you are. You know, you were made perfectly in the image God intended you to be. On that note, I gotta get going. Traffic is getting worse, and I still gotta get ready to go get my kids. Thank you, Jaime Herrera. Jamie. Jaime or Jamie? Yeah, she's wonderful. She will get a rent. She will get everyone around you that doesn't need to be around you away from you. Jaime. Thank you. I got it now, Jaime. Órale pues. All right. I'm gonna get going. I gotta get ready to go. The traffic keeps getting worse. Let me get going. All right. I'll be back later. And be blessed.